Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So I am doing more of my, like I like to call it raw and unplugged. I'm sitting in different spaces in my place. And I'm doing that for you with this reading. I am reading much more intuitively than I have in a little while. So the readings are very open. I'm letting the cards just kind of flow. We're going to use the Dreamscape Tarot. A fluffy. It's a fluffy. I'm sitting on a fluffy little rug. It's like a, can you see it? See one of these? It's so soft. I'm sitting on that. I think a little fluffy flew by. So yeah, this is just like a really relaxed energy to do a reading in for you. There is going to be an extended. So if this reading resonates for you, the link to the extended is at the top of the description. Let's get started, Sagittarius. Let's get started. What do we have for Sagittarius? What is the first card? The first card, the Four of Wands. I'm feeling like, gosh, this keeps coming through. I feel like everybody is getting ready to go somewhere. It's like, as a collective, everyone is getting ready to go somewhere. Everyone's about to be invited to something. It's so crazy. I need a few more cards to get some details about this for Sagittarius. Wow. Boy, you're getting ready to go somewhere and it's going to be big. Jeez. Maybe that's what it is, right? Like, maybe we're all getting ready to do some sort of big cosmic shift here, or a physical shift. I think a physical shift is coming after some sort of emotional, mental, cosmic shift. Because, yeah, Libra, don't pass up the invitation. And then Scorpio was like a gate was opening, being invited somewhere. And then what do you get? Your first card is this. Like, literally, the gates are opening. Want to see what's opening here? All major arcana. Major shift in your life. Major new path. You have justice. The world. And judgment. Pretty big. Some pretty big energy. You are about to complete. And I'm not here to like pump y'all up like in a fake way, because justice is sitting beside here. So I'm just preparing for what I'm about to say. Like, you're about to close off a cycle in your life, a period of time in your life. You're about to complete that in an incredibly balanced and holistic way. You are completing the Fool's journey to start a new one. But, you know, what's interesting, though, is you have judgment. Like, you don't jump into the Fool's energy. I just keep hearing you are completing the Fool's journey. And the Fool can be seen, like, people may think, well, the Fool is silly. The Fool is reckless. The Fool doesn't know better. And you think about it. Like, all of the animals that exist on the planet with us, that don't have, I mean, we don't know how consciously aware they are, but we know they don't have television and newspapers and internet. And so they don't have access to information like we do, yet they're quite successful throughout their lives. I mean, everything continues to live and function. The Fool has an inner knowing. That's the thing here. The Fool's journey is quite a profound journey, I'm hearing, for you. Oh, this door isn't opening. This door is closing because you are closing a chapter. Where you're going, you don't even need doors. This door is closing. These doors are closing. Interesting. Now I'm getting that song in my head. Oh, what's it called? It's literally just the line that comes in. I always forget what this song is called, and it's the line of every door that closes was once a door that opened, and that's what this is for you. So, and oh yeah, I mean, completing the Fool's journey. There's something. This is really big. This is something that you started at some point in your life. And I don't feel like it's something that you just started last week, or you just met someone last week and you're closing that off. Or this is big. This is like completing the entire major arcana. So it is closing off a big major part of your life. You know, maybe that was half of your life up to this point. Maybe it was 10 years. Maybe it was 20 years. But you're closing this off. And God, you're doing it so well. You really are. I feel like, look, I mean, I'm being told to look at how balanced these two scales are. Like, you are not carrying any karma from the past into the future. I'm getting Anubis too. Anubis, with the gates of the underworld. Oh, my nose just got super itchy. It's just like, okay, so the story with Anubis, this is like really just paraphrased and like short. It's, you know, when a person dies, their soul needs to go into the gate to heaven, the gate to the underworld, to the afterlife. Anubis stands there with a scale, and he measures the soul's heart to that of a feather. So the soul should not walk through the gate, or can't walk through the gate, with a heavy heart, with karma, with pain, feeling jaded, any negative energies that could be associated with difficult lessons and difficult journeys that one has taken. They cannot come forward with the heart because the soul is not attached to the experience. The soul just learns through the experience, right? That's what I'm seeing here. All of that is coming in with this card for you. Like, I can't express enough how well you have completed a fool's journey here. And I'm saying that too because this is the Fool in this tarot. So, and I love that he shows up at the end. This is a great tarot because the Fool shows up in so many prominent parts of the major arcana in this deck. And here he is. Here he or she is, standing on the globe and with a crystal ball in his hand, ready to see the future. You're ready to see the future. Wow, Sag. But look at the future. You aren't starting another fool's journey. This feels like, to me, I mean, it's like going through a portal. This feels to me, you have completed the fool's journey here on earth. You're a human being, period. You're still a human being, but you are taking on a bigger journey. And this is a journey of the soul. This doesn't feel like something that has heavy karmic lessons in it. Because you were able to go through here. Like you were being lifted up. Again, this has sort of the energy of what I'm feeling coming through the zodiac right now. Like how the message kind of picks up into the next one. And you are coming up through the portal because your heart has been measured by Anubis with the feather. It has been shown to not take the karma and any negativity or low vibrational energy from the past forward, so you may proceed. You've been given the golden ticket. You have completed the fool's journey and you've been given the golden ticket. I have to write that down. So cool. Sorry. I forget about these things. That's the thing about being like a conduit. I'll forget about it. What was that really profound thing that I said? Okay, where's the deck? Let's keep going. I'm going to get a card to sit underneath each one of these. I smudged my glasses and now I have like a smudgy. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'll show you when they're all out. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. The Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. I know that looks really, really good, but I want to be honest with you. It feels like you're closing that off. Like it feels like that door is closing so that you're about to move into something else. So you might have been in some sort of relationship or connections with people in the past that were, at least when that door opened. When that door opened in your past, it was the Two of Cups. It did have balance. It did have harmony. There was equal love, equal give and take. But I got to tell you, Sag, for me as an intuitive reader, this door is closing. And with the cards that come after it, it really does signify that. Justice and the World, a completion. So it feels like the door that once opened is now closing. And it's closing properly and wholly on a very karmic level, very morally correct level. You know, it's following your own moral guideline as well, because morals can be flexible depending on the society, the culture, and the person. It's all a point of view. It really is all a point of view. So with Justice sitting here, I feel like you are serving your soul's righteousness. Like that's what that feels like to me. But look at what you have here. Underneath Justice, you have the King of Cups. So it just clarifies to me the whole story of Anubis standing at the gates, and your heart is being weighed, and your heart is pure, your heart is deep, your emotions are true, they are full, they are evolved. Wow. Okay, the Empress is what's sitting underneath the World card. The message that I was getting as before I went, wow, there was a time when you were this figure, and maybe it was linked to here. For many of you, this could have been a relationship. It could have been marriage. It could even have been like looking after a parent or living with someone or a sibling. I'm getting someone too, like someone who's had a sibling who has maybe a mental health issue, and you've been like with them a lot. And this was your heart's service. But now it's like you've graduated, you know, seeing the adult form here. No longer this Empress, but the babe, the newborn, about to go through the portal. Being guided, being held, looked after by the universe, by Mother Earth. But this card is significant because to me, it talks about where you've been, which is what is closing off, and where you're going, which is what is opening up. And then with Judgment, you have the Ace of Swords. Holy crap. Talk about having a new understanding. Talk about clarity. Oh, I'm hearing the end of cognitive dissonance. That's interesting. So that's having a really different perspective. Perhaps your ability to see and understand. Oh, it's almost as if things shifted around you. And you may not have seen things for what they were because you were working through this to come through the portal. You were closing off the past, so you were seeing the future in the eyes of the past. Where to really see things, you need to see them in the eyes of who you are to be in the future, which is where you're about to go. Yeah, it's up in the clouds, man. It's all in the clouds. So then another card came out on its own, and it was the Queen of Swords. Very, very clear thinking. Not really backing down on who you are and what you understand yourself to be and what your journey is and where that's going. You are taking on, so there's all this air comes in with Judgment. And I mean, everyone is floating in the air. So this is very uplifting. This is a very uplifting. That makes so much sense. This is such an uplifting cycle that you were going to go into, Sagittarius. That's why you had to go through the gates with Anubis. I know it sounds sort of like, it's not though. I mean, it's, you could really, I would almost classify Anubis as an archetypal energy or an archetypal cycle that people can work through to measure the heart. Things that you've been through, things that have been hard, things that have broken your heart, things where you feel disappointment, where you felt left down, where you disappointed yourself. All of those things, can you move forward? Are you able to move forward? It's like the future was there, but you couldn't see them because you hadn't sort of passed through the visual gate. It's almost like those, what am I getting? I get the worst with trying to remember old things lately. Those little viewfinders, right? And you would, it's almost like the viewfinder images that were in there were your past. And no matter where you looked, you still saw things through the past. So it's as if you've worked through stuff. You've done shadow work. You've just allowed yourself to heal. You've looked after yourself. You have found pain and pushed through it. You have found happiness and pursued it. You have, and all of that, it's almost like that slideshow of the past has come out of the viewfinder. And now you can see, like you were in it. You were in your future, but you couldn't see it because of the slide in your viewfinder. There's something about this Queen of Swords, though. There's something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable about the headdress that she's wearing. Because she's not blocking her eyes. She can see really clearly. It is over her head. I'm going to see if I need to. I haven't had to pull any clarifiers out for these more intuitive readings. Oh yeah, no I don't. Okay, I see it. What I was trying to figure out for myself is, it makes me uncomfortable, but why? Why am I feeling that discomfort? Is it because I feel like it's kind of blocking her intuition? It's blocking her connection to the universe and her instincts and her knowledge, his or her? Or is it protecting? I feel like it's protecting because there's something bigger. I do want to also add to this that what I'm seeing here in a new cycle that you were about to enter is that you will be much more intuitive. You will have a higher degree of intellectual intelligence and intuitive intelligence. So your mind and your spirit and the soul like almost coming together. So where I got my answer without having to pull out a clarifier was right here. This pyramid. Again, it's reminding me of Anubis and Egypt. The messenger, Mercury, like messages coming in. So this area, you will protect it. It will be protected. I think it's like there. Your intuitive messages will be protected. There's a sense of protection around you. I do want to say too, it's kind of similar to a message that came out a long time ago for Libra, which is interesting because you have justice and you have all these swords cards. Is that having been through whatever things you've been through in the past, by walking through this gate with Anubis after your heart is being measured by the feather and it is seen to be just as light, that you have like a spiritual immunity. So your soul has earned the passage to a new journey. Whatever you've been through in the past, you will never go through that again. And that is what I see here is coming up as some form of protection. Maybe in the past, you may have been influenced by outside sources. Could even be faulty guidance. Your own guidance system was faulty. You know, it's bringing to mind, I can't remember the name of the movie. Is it Lost? Or it's with Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins, and he's lost in the woods. They're both lost in the woods. And Anthony Hopkins was reading that book. I think it was Lost in the Woods before the plane crashed. And one of the things was how to make your own little compass. And he had a little leaf and he had water and he had, I think it was a paper clip that he straightened out and bent off to have a little piece, and he put it there, and it was supposed to work as a compass, and he was like, yes, I'm following this. Like, so you could have followed things in the past, and you were really sure about it because you saw it turn. You're like, I know where I'm going. And then you got there, and it went through, and went, oh, I don't know. Because they went in a circle. They ended up right back where they started. And that's when Alex Baldwin's character is just like, you don't know anything. This is a joke. We just went in a circle for a day and a night. And Anthony Hopkins' character is trying to be logical about this. Like, wait, I know this works. There's something here. That was it. And then he thinks about it. He's wearing a belt buckle and it was metal. So he thought, you know what? The metal from that belt buckle may have affected that needle. That's what I'm saying here. Like in the past, there may have been there could have been outside guidance or influence. And it wasn't necessarily meant to be malicious. It was just a circumstance. It was a coincidence. It was meant to happen in a way to learn about it. But yeah, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have the metal belt buckle if you're lost in the woods and you create your own compass. Your compass is going to work. Oh, that's a cool message too. This is a really cool reading, Sagittarius. Your compass is going to work as you move forward. I'm just laughing because I'm getting that song from Laverne and Shirley in my head. Is it that one? Making your dreams come true. That's part of it. I know that my tone was right off there, but I want to be careful I don't get copyrighted. I'm seeing this. Like I'm looking for a symbolism of cloud here because I know the cloud is in your future. So I'm trying to see parts of it that are coming up where you are now or in the past. And I'm okay. The Justice card here is sitting up in the clouds. So this is being allowed to go into this higher perspective, this deeper calling in life for you, higher achievement, deeper connection. And I'm just getting the last part from that song in Laverne and Shirley. Making our dreams come true. Or was that Mary Tyler Moore? Now I'm really dating myself. I don't know. But it's that's what I'm hearing, okay? That regardless of what show that's what I'm sure younger people are like, what is she talking about? But that's what I'm hearing there. Making our dreams come true. So you're moving ahead to do that. What was at the bottom? We never looked there. Oh! I can't believe that after what I just said. And well, nothing. It's just one card and that's reversed. The Ten of Cups. Happiness, wish fulfillment, abundance, clarity, joy. I know it's hard for tarot readers when we get like everything is so amazing. There's gotta be something wrong here. Nobody comes here unless they need help. I really think this reading is to give you, if you're not there yet, is to reassure you that you are on the right path. Whatever work you are doing for yourself, it is causing these scales of justice to become balanced, and you are about that viewfinder. Those viewfinder images are about to be removed from your viewfinder, and your viewfinder, you could imagine life too, is like a virtual reality for the soul. You know, we come down here and it could be just like that. Like it's just a projection, but you're doing all the right things and making all the right choices and having all the right amount of patience, having all the right amount of moving forward when you should, standing back when you should. Yeah, there. Oh my gosh, that's it. That's all I can say about that, Sagittarius. So I'm going to go and do the extended. I'm going to use a different deck. And yeah, maybe I'll see you there. Maybe not. If not, maybe I'll see you in the clouds. Thank you so much. Until next time, do be gentle with yourself, Sag. Bye.